building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Now this a very short kick, and it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
To throw, it's Kaepernick.
His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson.
And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. A great return there of 22 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 37. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, and all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
But one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
This is taken way up at the 25.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Logan Thomas experienced a breakout season last year at the age of 29. Converted from playing quarterback, he finished 3rd among tight ends with 72 catches, and it certainly looks like his future is awfully bright.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, 91! 91!
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Brian Burns. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. They'll set up to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Muhammad, and they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Muhammad. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
He is going to find Hill here. And some space here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 88 yards. And the Chiefs are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. DeAndre Carter returning it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Here's Kaepernick. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to...
It got his man complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here's Carter now on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Check.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. Muhammad. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quick. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
A handoff running left is Gibson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. Kaepernick now to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To throw, Kaepernick. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
Now Kaepernick. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Ricky Seals-Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jerick McKinnon now to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. Catch is made by Hardman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly. And that time he just reared back and let it fly. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here's Carter now on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Kaepernick now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. Slings this deep from McLaurin.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground, and they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. To return, it's McKinnon.
And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
A give running right, Gibson. Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it.
And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple, and that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And Kansas City drafted McCole Hardman, hoping he could be something of a Tyreek Hill clone. They're still trying to find his exact niche. He did have 41 catches last year, and he makes a nice one there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7.
And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
He'll try again.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Here's Carter now on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A huge play there for Washington. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Kaepernick.
Got a man, it's Gibson, complete.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
It's just me and you. 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Kaepernick going to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Again, it's Kaepernick.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Kaepernick. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And his kick is good. And that'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
To return, it's McKinnon. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
A pickup of 2 yards. And a first down.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flush to his right. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
It's your time, baby. We did our part.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Washington 12. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Kevin King with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
On first down, Muhammad, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational.
And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Chiefs are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
On 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Once more, Gibson.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now Kaepernick, gotta have this one. And that's caught left side, Seals Jones with it. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll run on first down. Muhammad, and he stopped immediately there.
Jamin Davis, the rookie first-round pick, in on the tackle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's caught outright by Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Past the 20. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer.
Extra point by Sly is up and good
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Yellow. 480. Squeeze, double. Hey, check right. Watch it,
Mahomes going to throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long when they throw the football. They're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
On 2nd down, Muhammad. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Butker on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Here's 2nd and 10. One final try for Kaepernick. We've seen this before. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win it.